Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's wonderful to be here as we approach the middle of the summer, moving towards the end of the summer. Does it feel like we're moving towards the end of the summer? Well, what does that mean? That means what's right around the corner? High Holy Days. And yes, we are already in our preparation mode. So we want all of you to start to prepare yourselves as we go forward. We have, let's see, I think 5 more services because we do the first and third Friday and the second Saturday. So we have 5 more services, like the 5 books of Moses before Erev Rosh Hashanah. So get yourselves ready. All right. Our parsha this Shabbat is a double portion, Matot-Masei. With it, we wrap up the book of Numbers, Bamidbar, and we prepare to move into the last book, Deuteronomy, before starting the entire cycle again. Judaism, at its core, celebrates life as it cycles through the calendar. Shabbat, holidays, holy days, weddings, births, deaths, and everything that goes with them mark our days and our lives as we journey together. Life speeds quickly by, and before we know it, it seems like time is moving faster and faster and faster. As we look around and muse, how can we almost be at High Holy Days again? Where did the year go? Anyone starting to feel that way? How can it be August? Fortunately, we have a system that has built within it celebrations in time. We value and cherish time. It is sacred. And these celebrations and holy days allow us to make the most of our time here on earth in the physical plane before returning to the spiritual plane. And they are designed to make us get the most out of life while sharing with family, friends, honoring our loved ones who have passed on, and sharing with community. This is what we have here at Emet. It's actually almost a replica of days gone by. We share together in this journey that we call life, amidst our search for Emet, for truth and meaning, and living in ways of mitzvot and Torah, just as our ancestors did. At times, struggling with the journey and questioning our divine purpose and our place within it all. Challenges to self and faith occur against the backdrop of our ever-evolving journey. However, fortunately, we are not meant to ever do it alone. We are meant to learn, to share, and to grow in relationship while sharing the journey. God has outlined rules for us to live by so that we know what to do and how to behave in a moral way so that we can create order in our reality. Just as God created the world by separating heaven and earth and making order out of the chaos when everything was tohu vabohu, so too must we. As we navigate our journey and the life that we lead in community and in relation to one another. Matot means tribes, and it opens with the laws about vows. It continues to describe the Israelites' war against the Midianites and the allocation of all the spoils of their victory. 2 tribes request to dwell outside of the land of Israel, and Moses finally agrees. He relents as long as they will first help with the battle. Maaseh means travels, and it opens with a list of places that the Israelites traveled in the desert. Within it are commands to destroy all idolatry, all idols. It also outlines Israel's boundaries and laws relating to the cities of refuge, all things that we still grapple with now. We grappled then, we grapple today. The laws and rules surrounding inheritance on behalf of daughters when there are no sons comes into play and is established. And the seed is planted through which women began to have a share in the fruits of the journey. Maaseh opens with a list of the 42 places they encamped. Some for a few days, others for weeks, months, and some for a year or more. These 42 places cumulatively represent the totality of their 40 years of wandering, which is considered actually to be a biblical generation. Commentators, especially those from the Hasidic tradition, see these 42 encampments, the departures, the journeys, as being symbolic of the different stages of our lives. To quote a commentary by Rabbi Stephen Kushner, from Egypt to the Promised Land, from our emergence from constriction to the land where milk and honey flow, the stops in between are the days of our lives, the moments that give us rest, or the moments that stir us to move ahead, to grow, to become, to get to where we are going. In the teaching of Moses Chaim on this week's Parsha, he says, I have heard in the name of the Baal Shem Tov, the founder of Hasidism, the 42 journeys of the Israelites are to be found in every single person, from the day of their birth until the day they return to the supernal world, the spiritual realm after death. Each individual's birth should be understood within the context of the exodus from Egypt, and the subsequent stages of life are journeys that lead from place to place to place to place until one individual comes to the land of the supernal ultimate world of the everlasting life that the Shekhinah and the divine dwelling presence of God resides. In other words, each stop along the way is an essential step towards reaching the highest and most ultimate goal. We might not realize it at the time. We might never realize it. Kabbalistically, we are all divine sparks. All of us, we have these sparks within us from the time of creation. And it is, during our time on earth, our magical mystery journey to reconnect with those sparks. Moses Chaim continues in reference to this by saying a person thinks that he goes to a particular place to attain something that he desires, but in truth, that person is led to that place by God so that he may or she may raise up the holy sparks that have fallen, that are sunk within the depths of the shells. According to the Baal Shem Tov, as taught through Moses Chaim, some of those places may not seem like they are actually moving us forward. We may actually feel quite the opposite. But the spiritual process of raising the sparks, especially the sacred points that dwell in each and every one of us, is not necessarily intuitive. It might appear to us that we are stuck, even going in reverse. So it must have felt for the generation of the Israelites in the wilderness, especially given how many times they gave voice to the fact that they wanted to go back to Egypt, to what they knew, even though it wasn't a great situation. It was all they knew. These 42 stages were necessary, and they are necessary if we hope to get to the other side of the wilderness of the biblical times and the wilderness that we experience right now in our own lives. Bamidbar, the book that we finished this Shabbat, itself means wilderness. Our ancestors wandered and wandered while learning the ways of truth, Emet, enlightenment, and faith in that which is unseen, and the laws and the rules given to navigate a life of freedom. They had no tools for this. It was challenging for them as their slave mentality bound them to a past that they found hard to break free from. So think about in our own lives, what are those moments, what are those relationships, what are those experiences that are hard and challenging for us to break free from, especially as we start this process of moving towards High Holy Days. The blessings for them, they were all there. They were within reach. The 42 stages were carefully crafted to help guide their way. And the tribal structure, we have all our tribes over here, the tribal structure was designed to ensure that no one individual was ever alone. The journey was meant to be shared amidst family and community, much as we do today, navigating, as I said before, a different kind of wilderness, trying to make sense of it all in a world that has gone awry, and doing our best to have faith in that which is unseen. And the system that is designed with laws and rules and customs to help make order out of the chaos. Parallels can be drawn between past and present and future. We may feel at times like we are stuck, as the Baal Shem Tov said, maybe even like we are getting nowhere or actually going in reverse. We must remember that it is at times the journey and not the destination that is most important. And the carefully crafted moments designed to help keep us together while we are wandering through the wilderness. The relationships that we share and the tribes that we surround ourselves with that help to elevate and uplift us all. As we together, yad b'yad, hand in hand, b'yachad together, we move forward toward the promise. Can you hear our sound? May it be God's will. May this be our journey. May we all be together hand in hand on that path. May it be God's will. Shabbat Shalom.